So I wanted to show you a little more about this private property we've got on. Poland Junction Road's way over there, and Highway 69 is way down there that goes into Prescott. And this little road right here, which I promised to get some videos, I've been finding a lot of old targets in this road, and what this is an old wagon road from the 1860s up to 1910 that led right into this ghost town Providence. And we'll also get some video up here. There's that old rock stack that goes all the way up there, down by the creek, and runs way up that way. And that was a tent city. Like I said, it had, I believe, 4 brothels, 5 saloons, hundreds of tents and little cabins and things. And that's the next thing we'll get into after the video we'll get into after we go to this mine. But just grab the stuff and head up the hill. I made it to the good relic area, and I feel a good machine. Like I said, this should be exciting. Real quick, I want to give a shout out to a Brian Carlson that left a comment in the last video we did up here. It was right up that glass tube. Where'd it go? That glass tube, I wasn't sure what it was. He had mentioned it looked like it may have been a, I can't find it. He said it may have been a like a water tube that was that heated in the boilers that they made the steam with. So good comment. Appreciate that, Brian. All right, let's fire this up and get to work. Okay, so what we're gonna do here, we are in park mode. I figure I'll go through in park mode. I hope I can ever catch my breath. I'll go through in park mode, and we're gonna ignore the iron grunts and low signals, and try to cherry pick for a little bit better stuff. And we'll go back and probably throw it in field mode, which gets more depth and a little less speed to distinguish the good targets next to the iron targets. And like I said, it gives more depth. We'll probably go back into field mode. But let's how do we ground balance this? Like I said, just got this thing. Okay, right there. $87.1. All right. Okay, that's reading iron. I can see it right there. It's a nail. Probably another nail. Another nail. Uh-oh. We got a little better signal over here. That one's jumping up to like 46. It must have a piece of iron next to it. Let's get this out and see what we got. Find that again. Right in here. Now I know when I get into yards and things, I'm going to need to get one of those diggers to dig plugs out so I don't damage any good coins or anything. Okay, I moved down. That was a little piece of iron, a little thick piece. I moved down to here and I've got a signal. It's between a 60 and a 70. Sounds pretty good. Oh man. There's a tag or something? Feels like it's lead. Huh. Like a solid piece of lead. That's not solid silver. Let's see what that rings up on here. $64. Huh. That's definitely old. Cool. Let's see what else we can find. Whatever this is down in there deeper. I brought my MindLab pinpointer and I got this set on frequency 2. It doesn't seem to mess with it too bad. Ah, it's down in there. Let me get this out and let's see what we got here. All right, down there about 7 inches. I got like an old square top to like one of those old anchor bolt things. Huh, I was ringing up at 25. Fill that in and find something else. Well, I found something I didn't want to. I just dug that air pipe or whatever they had going all the way across there over to the mine. Oh, about 10 inches. Big nail. Some really hard ground. I think someone brought a piece of equipment in here and packed this down, this area. But I'm not sure if I just went just past the permission. I just noticed there's that marker there. We were on that side of it before. But as again, what I was saying with experience, it would have been kind of weird. Pieces of tin, which is iron, is ringing up like high, like in the 90s. So I've been paying attention to all of it. But like I said, with experience, I'll be able to work with that more and everything. But I think we better go. Like I said, I don't know what property this is. This might be National Forest, but better go just the other side of that. I was starting to think this one was a dang horseshoe or something. It's kind of metal collar or something. Heavy. I think this was 73 on there. Huh. I kind of forgot something from watching some of the YouTube videos, but see how loud the nails are? It's really slowed me down. So, go over to here. Turn that iron ID down to 1. Now it's, I'll walk right past those. piece of wire. I moved back over to the old tailings pile where I found that pry tool in the last video, and I looked down at the end of the pick. I was looking for a target in here. It's like the end of somebody else's pick. It's really sharp. I'm glad I didn't reach my hand down in there and get poked by that rusty thing. Another neat relic though. Should have carried a shovel up this mountain with me. It'd have been well worth it. Or do all that pick. So I dug way down in there, 1.5 feet for the other end of this. All right. I heard some pigs grunting down the hill. Is javelina or what? Occasionally hears. This tailings pile is loaded with targets. That one's registering a 4. Crazy woodpecker. I'm checking out the all metal mode here. Clear on the left. It reminds me of prospecting. You get a threshold. This is more my skill set here. See what that is. Cool, another one of those little narrow gauge or cart rail spikes. Cool. I got this signal, it's really weak in park mode. Barely hear anything. It's not showing an ID. And I switched to field mode. A lot more apparent. Alright, I came into the old rock structure area inside it here. This Big Bug Creek down there. And I said there's that stacked rock wall. Really old. All that work. I got a crazy signal from this cow patty right here. I don't know if there's a piece of iron right in here. It's only a 3 or 4, but I moved back this way and I'm getting more of a... it's still only going as high as 9. Oh, 16, 25. Get this out. That's funny. When I use the pinpoint mode, the birds go nuts. I like the sound of it. Just hope that mountain lion doesn't think it's a wounded animal and come over here to investigate. Nail. It's kind of a modern one too. I think we're going to head over to, gotten a few of these inside here. We're going to head over to that old stage road right up here on the way back. I almost went to the other side of this old wall here. I'm on the inside of their little area. And this one hole here has got quite a bit of weird stuff in it. So some old ornate. It was some kind of tin or packaging or something. Can't really make out the writing that's on it. Really fancy though. Huh. And then this was down there with it. I don't know what the heck that is. Some kind of little tag thing. Well, darn. So far, no coins or anything, but we're still going. Unfortunately, I don't know if some people camped or lived out here for a time after this was abandoned by the old-timers of Providence, but you can see there's evidence of a lot more modern someone staying back here. Easter ham. It's got a little squiggly thing on there to open it. Let's go over to that road. We gotta cross the creek down here and we'll go over to the old stage road. Made it down here to Upper Big Bug Creek, and well, this poor oak fell over recently. It's a lot of nice firewood right there. But yeah, I can't help but go back to my prospecting mode a little bit. Thinking about getting there when the water warms up and dredging out that plunge pool. Or along here. Maybe dredge that one out in there. But I was also looking about at all this bedrock. And then you got that old layer up in there that's getting exposed. And none of that was ever exposed till the Goodwin fire up ahead on Big Bug Mesa burned off, and a big wall of, probably 10-foot wall of rushing water come down this tributary and cut all that side out. That's never been seen before. Man, that is hard pack. That's that stuff on Lynx Creek you like to get into, that orange. Ooh. Also, while we're down by the creek here, getting ready to cross Big Bug Creek and go up to this old, dating back to 1860s wagon trail that was the only way up in here. Poland Roadway up there was actually the train rail that went up and down the mountain. This was the main way in right here. This is on private property. We'll do some detecting on that, but while we're down here by the creek, it's a perfect opportunity to give the simplex a little bath. Oh, I'm getting hungry. I came up on these mine tailings and walked way up and was looking at some of this cool looking ore. And that pyrite streak, little vein going across that. Really pretty looking. And if I'm not mistaken, is that silver? That black shiny? Huh. Not sure. Some neat looking pyrite though, right there. And then there's some right there. It's almost pure pyrite. Old board right there. And then, I don't know if I mentioned it or not, I'm getting hungry. Oh, wow. Oh. I think that might have native copper in it. I'm not sure if that's native copper. Speckles all over this thing. There's definitely pyrites in there as well. Lots of them. And then right there's some kind of roller. I don't know if that was a conveyor they had to get the ore from one place to another. Still a nice day. Haven't found anything spectacular, but had fun first day out with it. I'm still going to check one more spot where some old bullet casings were found. 1870s. Alright guys, we're at a old safe that's out here in the middle of the forest. Missing its door. Alright, so my impression, I like it. 200, you can't go wrong, $230, $240. It's pretty good at distinguishing what's what and everything. I still don't, I'm very inexperienced with it still, but okay. Found this on that old stage road coming up, and I heard what they did was when the horses or the mules were pulling heavy wagons down those old stage roads, they would widen this part when they'd split their hooves, and they'd slap these back on. It was a two-piece, it broke off, but they'd slap these back on there so they can get more work out of them after they split their hoof. And part of an old pick. And this excited me over in this direction, but unfortunately it's a modern penny. 1975. I was excited when I first saw that come out of the ground. And collection of pull tabs, a couple bullets that smashed bullets there. I think that's a tack to a old horseshoe. That ornate, whatever stuff that is. Now, the old narrow gauge spike, some modern stuff there, a modern beer bottle top, modern 357 magnet. Oh, that was in my pocket. Some extra rounds. Here's the exciting thing, the find of the day. There's a water barrel ring too, but I found out these are more than likely lead tokens. And I rinsed them off. You can see a 517 maybe on there. And the different mines had their own tokens. I finally found some tokens, if that's what those are. And the small one didn't really have any writing on it. Yeah, I got pretty banged up today going up and down mountains. Smaller one doesn't really have any noticeable writing on it. But yeah, those are lead tokens. That's pretty cool. There it is. Looks like 5 1s, maybe 770 or something on there. That's got to be a token though. It's cool. First one of those I've ever found, made of lead. Nice to find some old wood ones, but there was a fire that went through here, so I doubt that'll happen. Still been a beautiful day, and first time out with the simplex. I got to see what a piece of gold reads. Little nugget. A lot of interference in the house. Well guys, that was cool. I've never found mining tokens before. So I think what's next for this is I think I'm going to take it out to where I found this. This is one of my best finds. It's purple glass. I think it predates 1870s. There's not a crack on it. And that's up in the Bradshaw Mountains, high up in there. I think I'm going to go back to where I found this. There was obviously miners living out there. And we'll get the simplex out in there. So look for that coming up. And awesome.